Man, let's get right. Dad watches adult videos while 2-year-old bakes bakes to death in hot car, bro. Off rip, I could tell this is Arizona. I could tell by the cactus. But come on, bro. Come on, bro. Where the wife at? She at the store. She at work. She thought she could leave she thought she could leave the baby with you. Meanwhile, you behind her back watching P Hub, bro.
Come on, 911, please. My baby was in the car. She's not responsive.
The AC was on.
She's dead.
Why was she left in the car? Talking about the AC was on.
We have nothing.
We'll be alright.
Bro, how y'all gonna show us everything in the beginning though?
So we can't let you do that right now.
You can stay in the room if you want, but I'm gonna talk.
It's a scorching 109 degrees in Mar.
Well, hold on, bro. You talking about you gonna rinse off and all the cops is in there, so you are...
Marana, Arizona, on the late afternoon of July 9th, 2024. A frantic 911 call sends first responders racing to the aid of a 2-year-old child, found unresponsive after her father left her to sleep in the family's car.
Left her to sleep in the car? You couldn't just lay down with her in the bed real quick, rock her to sleep real quick, or like drive around for like half hour or something? Like, cause that's what we do sometimes. We'll just drive around for a little bit, let my son sleep for a little, you know what I'm saying? Just go for a little cruise or something. Like, bro, what the f...
As investigators try to piece together what may have happened, unsettling discrepancies begin to emerge, and shocking evidence raises a haunting question. Was this a heartbreaking mistake or a catastrophe waiting to happen? The suspect in question and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
It's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that
You're done. You're
Our
cooked.
lives have been literally perfect.
The panicked 911 call comes in around 4 p.m. from
Excuse me.
37-year-old Christopher Schultes. As the
Ew.
dispatcher attempts to keep him calm, Marana County Police and first responders weave through the busy streets in a desperate race to get to the scene.
What are you reporting? She was in the car sleeping. She's unresponsive.
Okay. And who is she?
Please.
Who
My
is she?
daughter.
Is she still breathing?
No, she's not breathing right now.
Okay, we need to start CPR right now.
Yes, we are. We're starting CPR, yes.
110 degrees. She shouldn't even have left the house. Y'all should have been at home in your AC, to be for real. That's too hot, bro.
Okay, is she breathing yet?
How long has it been? Half hour. It was, but it turned off.
They have tried CPR. Mom is a doctor and is also performing CPR on the baby.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, baby.
deeper. Move on, give her breath.
Come on, baby.
By the time police arrive, paramedics have already taken over efforts to save the child, but the situation looks grim. As the temperature outside is boiling, they need to know how long she was exposed to the deadly heat.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
45 minutes, okay.
The car's been on.
So you just sitting there wasting your gas for 45 minutes. You got your baby in the car 45 minutes. You ain't go... While you in the house getting off. Come on, man.
45 minutes, but it was on.
Was the air conditioning on?
Yes.
But I guess it turned off, right?
As the paramedics need space to work, Chris walks away from the desperate situation. The officers attempt to keep Chris calm as he experiences rapid shifts in his emotional state.
Chris. Oh yeah, let's get some more.
Like, what the hell are you doing, bro?
Why are you with me?
Because we were first responders and we were on scene when the all this.
The AC was on. You're my worst nightmare. I'm sciatica pain, so I can't be sitting down. Please, baby, please. Anything.
Despite their best efforts,
Bro. Hold on, bro.
Please, baby, please.
This player bill is crazy, bro. How is everything about you normal, but your gut is all the way out here, bro? You need to lay off the liquor or whatever, or you need to go get checked to make sure ain't nothing else wrong. Come on, fellas. We got to do better than this. We can't be out here looking like that.
Anything.
Despite their best efforts, the
You got 24 hours in a day. You can make something happen. I don't want to hear that shit.
situation takes a dark turn.
I mean, I don't know if we should be the person to do everything now. She's dead. Like, I need to be with her right now.
Oh my God, my no! No! She's dead. We have nothing. Sir,
They're doing the best they can right now, okay?
Shortly after arriving at the hospital, 2-year-old Parker Schultes was pronounced deceased, a devastating result of intense heat stroke. While waiting,
Damn, bro. Y'all about to make me... Shit. Having a 3-year-old, bro, I can't imagine no shit like this, bro. I can't imagine no shit like this, bro. Damn. Man, poor kid, man. Just up in there suffering in the car, bro. Suffering in the car while you sitting up in there being a weirdo. You don't even need to be watching that shit. That should be messing with y'all heads, bro. Especially the youngins these days. It's so easy accessible, like just right here on the phone. Kids don't need to be watching that shit. It be messing up their head, messing up their brain, or rewiring this shit, bro. You don't need that cheap dopamine, man. You don't need that. You got a 2-year-old something in all the house, all this shit. I could tell you married. What you watching that shit for? You gotta tell your wife, you better go do something with your wife, but you...
with officers inside the house, Chris's demeanor continues to alternate between panicked and eerily calm.
I'm sorry, hold on. I know I keep pausing it, my fault. Oh well. If he did this on purpose, if this little piece of shit did this shit on purpose, I'm finna be hot. I'm finna be pissed bro. He's a little piece of shit anyways for leaving the child out there. And then he's even a more piece of shit to be even sitting there in the house looking at that shit instead of... Because I don't know if his reactions are real.
Thank you.
Because look how calm he's just over there chilling in water, bro. I'd have been over here like passing out, like type shit. Lululemon on the counter. Yeah, they go. Definitely got a wife at the house.
Can we get you anything?
What?
I'm not buying it. I don't know. I'm for some reason I'm just not buying it. Now, what y'all think?
She wants me to try and get her right to the hospital.
Hey, we'll accommodate that for you, all right? We're just gonna need to get a statement from you about what happened, what's been going on. Obviously, I know this isn't easy for you. Okay, it's not easy for anyone around right now.
As the officer prepares to get Chris's version of events, a group of investigators outside try to piece together what little information they have from the child's mother. However, a disturbing observation made by one of the paramedics will leave them questioning if there's more to the story than they've been led to believe.
Mom's the anesthesiologist, so mom was working. Mom arrived, asked where the daughter was. Dad came out here, brought the kid in, looked like that. Mom started working on the kid at that point. Dad said the kid had been in the car for 45 minutes. AC was running.
So this car wasn't running when you guys got...
No, the car was not running.
Sounds like he was aware because he said he left the baby in the car to sleep and let the car run.
No medics were talking about rigor in there already.
While Parker's physical state upon the paramedics' arrival raises suspicions with the officers outside, Chris begins to explain his version of what happened.
My daughters were at Elevate with my friend next door. They got home about 2:45 or so. We've just been hanging out at home. She was sleeping in the car, and I had the car on. But it has a sensor where every 30 minutes or so it'll turn off if you haven't moved. I swore she was in the house playing with her sisters. Like she.
Bitch, you would know if there's kids in the house running around. Come on. Come on now. You would hear what's going on if she was in the house. I have a 3-year-old. He don't stop making noise. When he was 2, he didn't stop making noise. I know where he's at. Bitch, you know.
She always does. I haven't been doing anything else really.
And you'll act her a week.
And like,
What time?
Well, we never do this anywhere, but I'm home, right? Like you're home, you're safe, you're like your kids are home.
Right. I'm sorry this is all going on.
we always park that car in the garage usually, but I just got a Peloton recently, and the Peloton is in the garage now, so that's why it's not even in the garage. But
what, this? It don't look like you're making any use of it. The way that belly's sticking out, this is not making you ain't making no use of this. This shit look bright. This shit look like it ain't even got a fingerprint on it.
And how long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes.
The chilling reality is that Parker remained in the driveway for far longer, a darker truth that will soon come to light with devastating implications. Meanwhile,
What
as
is
tensions
that? Bro, y'all need to get this wolf, like, put it in the corner or something so we can see.
The stifling heat outside, two officers take refuge in the shade and vent their mounting frustrations over the tragic situation.
No summer one. That's it.
Bro, even in the wintertime, I wasn't doing no shit like this, bro.
No, I mean, not this.
Especially with it, it comes directly, the back seats directly in the sun.
Directly in the sun.
That's yours.
The whole car was in the sun.
Oh my.
You see that inside right there, when you started making it to the car, along across the road, the hood was piping hot.
Now taking a break from questions, Chris makes a startling move that leaves officers stunned. As they attempt to relay the gravity of the situation, his willingness to cooperate takes a sharp turn.
Just to let you know, I don't want to feel like we're intruding, but we're gonna have to stand by with you for a while. All right.
Is there a reason why?
Dirty ass room.
So any death, we have to treat like a crime scene. I know this is extremely difficult for you. This is a normal process that we have to follow through with. I don't want you to be blindsided by anything, but that's what's going to be going on for right now, okay?
So I'm being treated like a murderer?
No.
I just lost my baby.
Not at all. I know that. And I know this isn't easy for you. That's why I'm trying to be straightforward and honest with you, okay? I don't want to keep any secrets. I don't want to hide.
Y'all buying this or what? Y'all let me know in the comments. Is y'all buying Chris or what? Because I don't know. I don't know
So I'm
about
going to
it.
talk to you about what happened, though. All right? We will keep you updated with everything.
My whole family, my whole family's gonna be ruined.
Mm-hmm. Your wife gonna leave you for sure, I know. She ain't gonna trust you with the kids. Nothing.
So we can't let you do that right now. We have to stand by with you. Okay? As soon as you can, we will let you
You
know.
can stay in the room if you want, but I'm not gonna talk.
I know this isn't easy for you, but the quicker...
Like, I don't see no, like, tears in his face. This fool talking about, oh, I'm about to rinse off. What you need a shower right now for? That would be, like, the last thing on my mind right now, bro.
We get this done and finish up, the sooner you can be with your wife. All right?
I'm trying
We need
to
to stand
keep it
by
tough
with you.
so I can go to the
I know,
hospital to
but
be with my wife.
we're not going to shower or anything right now. You need to stand by with us.
I don't understand why.
Okay? Please.
I don't understand why.
I tried explaining that to you. We just need to stand by with
I'm
you.
standing by. Why can't I take
I
a
know.
shower while you stand by? What is...
It's not necessary right now. I'm not going to stand here and watch you shower.
After settling on a change of
For
clothes,
real.
Chris is informed that his other two children, two girls ages 5 and 9, have arrived with their grandmother and are waiting for him outside. As he passes by,
Man.
a keen-eyed officer spots that Chris is holding something in his hands that detectives will need to collect as evidence.
He's got the shirt she was wearing. Are we going to need that?
Probably, yes.
We're gonna need to take the dress. Okay?
Whoa.
Part of this scene, so we have to take her dress. We have to leave it here. He said we're doing the investigation still. We have to have her dress. We can't let you take her dress.
Investigators decide to let Chris go ahead to the hospital, opting to speak to both him and his wife later that evening. The following recorded interviews between them and the detective detail their version of what happened. But as you'll soon discover, shocking discrepancies and jaw-dropping evidence reveal a far more devastating series of events.
If you can walk me through the events, starting from obviously this morning and then to eventually you guys reaching out, calling 911.
Pretty normal morning. The girls woke up and one of their friends had asked them to, they wanted to go to Elevate with like their mom's friend. Their best friends live next door. Grandma was supposed to come get them. I think she showed up around like 10:30 or something. Took them to Elevate.
As the older daughters left for the trampoline park, Parker was supposedly left alone in Chris's care. He next explains that he
The wife over here thinking the kids are safe with their daddy. My goodness.
went to a doctor's office and took Parker along with him, only to discover that it was closed.
So then we just basically turned around and came home. And I looked at the clock and I remember thinking like, oh, I gotta get home because the girls are gonna probably head back soon. So we got home and the girls weren't home yet, but baby was sleeping in the car. And so I had taken some stuff inside and I came back out and the girls were there. They had just pulled up. So they came inside and I checked on the baby. She was still sleeping. And then came back inside. That's where I just kind of like, I don't know, thinking that she was playing with her sisters. I think that me coming home and thinking that, you know, the girls were going to be home. So I got to like come back in and out kind of thing.
You said the girls came home. Do you remember about what time that was?
I want to say it was like 2:30.
The next-door neighbor, whose kids went with Chris's older daughters earlier in the day, has a very different answer for what time the children came home.
Because you know the kids ain't go a lot.
What time?
Probably 1:30.
Mm.
I'm thinking like 1:15.
And then, do you remember what time you left to go to the clinic?
I don't.
Okay. You remember roughly about what time you got to the clinic and saw they were closed?
Probably about 2, I think.
Security footage from nearby businesses and Chris's own neighborhood
They
paint
got
a
wrapped up the
shockingly
cactus.
different picture, as we'll soon uncover. The discrepancies between his account and what the cameras captured will be impossible for detectives to ignore, especially as an even more startling pattern of behavior begins to surface.
So the girls get home about 2:30. You checked.
Still sleeping and the car was still on.
Okay.
I think it's like every 30 minutes or something that like will turn off if you haven't moved the car.
I don't know. I think a walk up here with a car is like 20 minutes if I were to guess.
Is that something that's happened before that you've noticed with the
No.
car? Or?
I've noticed the car stopping before just because I was sitting in it one time and not like having anything going on and it just turns off. So I know that it does that at some point.
Crime scene investigators performed a test to replicate this event on Chris's car, and while the exact time varied between each test, the vehicle turned itself off consistently around the 20-minute mark. 1 hour after the engine shut off, investigators recorded the temperature of the back seat where Parker was left sleeping. It was a sweltering 149
Jeez.
degrees Fahrenheit.
And then you go inside.
Bro, that's like the damn sauna. Man, R.I.P. Parker, bro. Shit.
You guys are doing things as normal.
Damn.
Then what's next?
Bro, they got gadgets for everything.
Their iPads like they usually do. That's where I thought the baby was. Girl said hi, but the baby didn't come say hi to her, so that's when she was like, "Where's the baby?" I was like, "I don't know. I think she's sleeping." And my daughter started looking for her first, and the girl said that she was sleeping in the toy room. But when I got up and went in the toy room, she wasn't in there. And then we were like, And then I was just walking around the house, like checking the rooms and stuff, because I figured she was in one of the other rooms. And then I went out in the driveway and checked her car.
Already, Chris's timeline casts doubts as it places Parker in the driveway.
At no point you said you took her out, so why would you think she was in the house? A 2-year-old isn't unbuckling the seat and getting up out the car all by themselves, so this ain't making sense.
Before 2:30 p.m. up until the 911 call was placed, much longer than the 30 to 45 minutes he originally claimed. These discrepancies won't escape these seasoned detectives, but the truth they uncover will be worse than they imagined.
And as far as letting sleep in the car, have you done that before with the kids?
No, not that I'm aware of.
And then, had you done anything like this before, where you just let her sleep in the car or anything like that?
No, that's normally. I mean, I have the girls with me usually, and their girls are always, good about like, "Dad, get the baby," like we'll walk to one side together.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but I have to ask these questions. Any issues at home? Any problems?
No, we have the perfect life.
Cap.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, every day we're just in awe of just how much we love each other, how perfect our girl.
The title said he watched an adult video, so he must not love you that much.
Just how full everything is.
He probably can't stand
it's
you.
Baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
While they both claim it's never happened before, security footage witnessed by police, along with more unsettling claims, will ultimately reveal the possibility of a disturbing pattern of behavior. On the morning of July 9th, the day of the incident, Chris allegedly pulled into a gas station at around 12:06 p.m. on his way to the doctor's office. He's seen entering by himself, and after buying 3 cans of beer, enters the bathroom. Only 1 can remained as he exited without paying around 12:10 p.m. Chris's vehicle is...
Really, Chris? This is what we're doing, bro? We're buying beer. We buying beer at the store and drinking them shits in the bathroom so you don't got to pay for them is crazy, bro. In that house y'all living in look like y'all got some paper up in that house. Well, the wife said, well, why was she anesthesiologist or whatever? That sound like she getting paid. That sound like she getting some bread, bro. And this fool in the store stealing beer.
And remained as he exited without paying around 12:10 p.m. Chris's vehicle is next seen arriving at the doctor's office at 12:12 p.m., hours before he originally claimed. His vehicle is then seen making a third stop at a Bosch's grocery store at 12:30 p.m. Cameras captured someone matching Chris's description entering the store at 12:40 p.m., once again alone. He's then seen returning to the vehicle at 12.
Damn, so you just leaving the bed. So you just got the little girl just out there chilling while you running around doing what Chris do. Stealing beer, drinking beer at
47 p.m. At 12:47, neighborhood cameras captured Chris entering the neighborhood. The vehicle was captured pulling into the driveway at 12:53 p.m., where Parker was left asleep until 4:16 p.m. when the night...
Wait, what? Hold on, sorry. I had to look away for a second.
Cameras captured Chris entering the neighborhood. The vehicle was captured pulling into the driveway at 12:53 p.m.
If that little girl was in that motherfucking car for 4 hours, bro, I swear, if she was in that bitch for 4 hours, bro, and then your ass up in there capping, what the hell this for? I mean, you over here sitting there lying and shit, bro.
Where Parker was left asleep until 4:16 p.m. when the 911 call was placed. Parker Schultes remained in the driveway for more than 3 hours. The possibility that Parker was left unattended at each location may have been a shock to detectives, but to neighbors it was no surprise. After hearing troubling rumors circulating in their small neighborhood, investigators begin to question them and are shocked at the surprising allegations. Neighbors tell police that there have been multiple incidents in which the older girls were rumored to be found lost and wandering the neighborhood, while Chris was nowhere to be found. As well, a second neighbor came forward to say she'd been involved in a number of search parties for the girls over the years and claimed that while Chris was home, he would have no clue they even left the house.
So where's his wife? Is she not knowing what's going on? How the hell you don't know there's search parties and some motion out for your kids? Because at that point, you're going to be like, nah, Chris, I'm not leaving you here with them at all. I'm going, they going to their grandma's house or something. They going to their auntie house or something. Because Chris is not fit to watch no kids. If they over here going missing on numerous occasions, numerous, I don't even sound like I'm from Memphis. Numerous occasions, they got search parties. The neighbors say this is not new behavior. They say they've been peeping this shit. Why is Chris being why is he being left alone with these kids and he can't even protect himself? How is he gonna protect them? Like these kids, man, you supposed to protect, bro. You supposed to go to war about these kids. This is my opinion. You supposed to go to war about your kids, bro. You ain't letting nothing happen to your kids. Shh. You got me, bro. I don't play about the kids, man. I do not play. That's what I don't play about is the children, man. The kids are just out here innocent, man. Damn. Don't make me tear up again, man. The kids is out here just...
house. While Chris and his wife both adamantly denied regularly leaving their children alone, disturbing text messages surfaced between the two that seemed to contradict their claims. In this exchange, which took place just after Parker was taken to the hospital,
he sends a screenshot of Gucci sandals and Nike apparel. So you want Gucci slides and Nike and you ain't doing shit. You ain't even watching the kids. I got Christmas off for next year. Should we do Christmas like a white Christmas in the cabin or something with the doggies? She texts about we could do it this year. I told you stop leaving. Whoa, 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 whoa. So why she capping? Talking about they perfect. So she bit. So she been known he's unfit to watch the kids.
Messages read, I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you? To which Chris replies, I'm sorry. Detectives are coming for me. I'm going to prison. I killed our baby. Additionally, in the months leading up to Parker's untimely death, the mother accused Chris of driving under the influence with the girls in the car. As well, it appears that Chris admits to speeding at nearly 140 miles per hour.
Damn, what car was you driving? I know the Tesla wasn't moving like that. The Tesla moving like that? Or the Acura, I mean? The Acura wasn't moving on 140 though, but damn, bro. I don't speed with my son in the car. I don't. If I'm gonna do that, I gotta be by myself. I'm not putting nobody else who's in the car with me in danger. If something happens, that's on me. The nigga over here drunk. I'm going 140. Bro, y'all talking about y'all relationship is perfect. Man, y'all be supporting some losers, bro.
With one of the children in the back seat, one burning question still remains. What Chris was doing while Parker was supposedly trapped in the scorching vehicle for over 3 hours.
Being a weirdo.
Between 2:30 and then when came home, what were you doing?
Working on laundry.
You don't do no laundry.
The Office was on TV. was drinking a Dr. Pepper.
Should have been drinking water.
Vacuuming on the rugs, stuff in the house.
No, you're not.
It was
House is
just like
dirty as shit.
A lounge around the house day.
A search of Chris's phone may shed even more light on his activities at the time. Shockingly, around 2 p.m. while Parker slept in the hot car, Chris may have been browsing for men's clothes.
Fake wife. Bro, why you watching all these wife videos, bro?
And searching for adult videos, raising chilling questions about his priorities and state of mind. With enough probable cause to make an arrest, police once again returned to the home on July 12th, just 3 days after Parker's tragic death.
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing all right. You have Chris come out to us, please.
So, based off of our investigation at this point, right?
He looking at thick. Yeah, I can tell that ain't thick.
So, based off of our investigation at this point, right, we have determined that there's probable cause to go ahead and charge you for what happened.
Let's come out here, Christopher.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Okay, so, listen.
Chris, you're going to jail.
Listen.
No.
Listen, okay. This doesn't change what's happening. This doesn't change what's going on, okay? What happens at this point, it's simple, okay? What happens at this point is you are going to be taken in custody, all right? And
how could you even be in the same house with him, bro? Just sitting, man, take her with you.
you will be booked, and then after you are booked, you have an initial appearance with the judge within the first 24 hours, okay? After the first 24 hours, right, the judge will determine bond and things like that as far as what happens next. At that point, the case goes to the courts. It'll be between you, it'll be between your attorneys, and it'll be between the county prosecutor.
And they gonna eat you up.
So, again,
they gonna
can't
eat him
change
up.
The consequences of what happened, all right? But what I'm going to ask of you. Okay.
Come on, Chris. Let's go.
Yeah, put the cuffs on.
Some shoes, Chris.
No, they're right there. They're right there. Let me put shoes on.
Can I just ask one thing, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say bye to our kids?
Okay. So listen to what I'm saying.
I'm not resisting.
You don't need him nowhere near the kids. You see what he do when he near them.
Please. Just relax.
He leave them in danger.
Just relax. Just relax. Just relax.
The timing of the arrest doesn't sit well with Chris's wife and mother, who express their concerns as well as their harsh opinions about the officers themselves.
Just you guys two were trying to make this as little of a scene as possible, so I don't think we wait till after the funeral.
I don't want the kids to see Dad get hauled off.
Seriously.
That's going to be between you and the court.
Can I give my kiss?
Bro, this is a L wife right here, bro. She's a whole L. You know your husband over here don't be watching the kids like he should be. This dude's drinking. Leaving the kid, bro, he's leaving the kid in the car everywhere he goes. He going 140 with your 2-year-old in the car while drunk. He's left them in the car on numerous occasions. You've seen it on text. The other kids have gone missing numerous times. Search parties. Ask the neighbors, they done told it. And then he leaves your child in the 110-degree weather for 3-4 hours. And you just good with him? You got me all the way. Bro, bring her to jail too. Bring her to prison. Bring the mama, all of them to jail. Because Chris shouldn't even be nowhere near the house. Chris is done. He's done. You let my baby cook, bro. You let my baby cook, you're done. I can't even say what I do to you. Man, I couldn't even tell you what I'd have did to him if I was her. YouTube might take my page down if I say,
Chris, I'm gonna be
He'd
here.
be
I'll take
done.
care of everything.
Get Chris up out of here. I don't want to hear none of his cries. I don't feel bad for him. Yeah, it's Friday. He'll be in the jail.
No heart. No heart at all.
Oh, shut
As
up.
officers prepare for transport, they make one final consideration given the extreme temperatures.
Anything inside your pockets? You just have to, it's standard, okay? Hey, Brooks, on the AC, look on the bottom, it says rear. Let's get the AC. We'll do a second. Thank you.
What they should have did is let him sit there in the car for a little bit while it's hot. Just to let him get a little taste of what he just put his little girl through. You supposed to be that, bro, that's supposed to be daddy's little girl, huh? You supposed to protect your daughters, you piece of shit.
Christopher Schultes was arrested and booked into the Pima County Adult Detention Center. He's been indicted on charges of second-degree murder and child abuse related to the death of Parker Schultes.
Now Child Protective Services and all that about to be all up in your house trying to see what's going on. Probably trying to see if the other kids is okay.
While he was later released pre-trial services, the court had asked for a $1 million bond. During his second
yeah, so you're going to have to come up with that 100,000, Miss Anesthesiologist.
showing at the court in August 2024, Schultes pleaded not guilty to the charges. The charges have now been escalated to first-degree murder and child abuse.
Damn. Damn, Chris. Chris is cooked. He deserve every bit of that time, man. But anyways, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video.